Alright. Alright. I, like, heard you, but... Commander came back drunk and parked the armored car inside the gate, obviously. To sober up, he had a light meal in the cafeteria, and then he was heard singing on the roof. So I guess we go to the car first. Car, cafeteria, rooftop. So according to Morale, the commander parked the car here and it hasn't been moved since. I'd say we should search the area for the key, but I assume the CGF would have found it if it was actually here. That's a good point. It'd be a waste of time to search the area again. Besides, since the car has those bulky Vulcan cannons on top, we can't exactly remove the tarp to take a closer look. Damn, I kinda wanted to see this baby in all its glory. Randy, have you ridden in an armored car like this before? This model should be a modified edition of the conventional armored car, so it should feel largely the same. Nah, there's just something I'm kinda curious about. If they got permission to use them, I'm sure they'd be super nice for patrols and stuff like that. I bet Noelle would die of happiness. I think you might be right. Huh? Looks like we have visitors from the Empire. Let's go check it out. The Empire? Dude, these people in their sick cars. Whoa, a limo. Those Arabonians, yada. It appears to be the rhyme for a limousine. Who owns this? Wait a second. Is it Elisa's mom? Oh, if it isn't the fine ladies and gentlemen of the SSS. No, it's a man. Oh, it's you. Good day, everyone. I trust that Crossbell has been treating you well. Uncle Dieter. It's been a while, sir. It has indeed. You'll have to forgive me. Did my arrival get in the way of your duties? Not at all. This guy's suave as ever, I see. Are you returning from a business trip by any chance, sir? That's right, negotiations in the Empire. But that aside, I can't help but ask about that great big thing sitting behind you. Ah, it's nothing, I swear. I guess it's hard not to know this. It's kind of a long story. I see. Allow me to make an educated guess then. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it must be one of the CGF's new armored cars, or something like that, right? How did you... Did I catch you off guard? There's a simple explanation, I assure you. You see, at the party I attended yesterday, I ran into the CGF commander. He, in his drunkenness, mentioned something about that very car to one of his subordinates, I believe. I sat with him at multiple parties now, and I really do think he should work on that drinking problem of his. That answers that. He must have left for the Empire directly after the party, correct? And if that's the case, you might have a clue we're looking for. What exactly do you mean, words? Allow me to explain. I think I'm starting to understand. That would certainly explain why there's an armored vehicle with mounted guns just sitting in the middle of a high-traffic area. However, I'm afraid I won't be of much help to you at all. Like I said earlier, I had negotiations in the Empire today, so I had to leave the party early in order to make it on time. In other words, by the time the commander made it back to Belgard Gate, I was already long gone. Jeez, what a bummer. Guess all we could do is stick to retracing his steps. This may be presumptuous of me to ask, but can I give you a piece of advice I was given by Belle a long time ago? Maribel gave you advice? Again, it was many, many years ago, but I had the habit of losing things. There were just so many projects I had to keep track of that I couldn't help but misplace a document here and there. Really? I would have never guessed that, judging by how you act now. I feel like part of it had to do with my still being young and inexperienced at the time. Anyway, every time I would lose something, Belle would always be there to find it for me. Each time, she would let out a great big sigh and tell me this. Father, how many times do I need to tell you? When you lose something, you have to look where you least expect it to be. Search the unexpected places. Well, I guess that makes a certain amount of sense. In short, Belle was simply trying to tell me to change my perspective. Though I don't know how useful you all will find this advice, of course. No, sir, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. I don't know if I've been much help, but I do hope you find what you're looking for. Oh dear, I seem to have gotten carried away with our conversation. I think my car might be a bit of a nuisance sitting in the middle of a gate like this. If you'll excuse me. Oh, have a safe drive home, sir. Thank you, sir. Until we meet again, SSS. Peace out. Never changes, that guy. You know, he gave us some pretty valuable advice. Change your perspective, huh? That's definitely something we forgot to think about. It might be the key to finding this, key. Now then, let's keep retracing the commander's steps and see where that takes us. I believe Warrant Officer Morale told us that after the commander parked the car, he went to the mess hall. Yeah, let's take our investigation there. The mess hall. AKA the cafeteria? This is where I got the hot pot thing? Yo, Stella! Keeping yourself busy? Oh, Randy, fun seeing you here. Funny seeing you here. Were you wanting to order something? Not exactly. We're searching for the armored car's key, as per Warrant Officer Morale's request. Ah, so you guys are the ones who got stuck with that. Oh, darn us! The pay better be good. The warrant officer already asked me to look around. I combed over the mess hall high and low, but it's nowhere to be found. I suppose we can mark the mess hall off of our list then. We're in the process of retracing the commander's steps. Do you mind recounting what you witnessed last night? Sure, I don't mind. The first day of the anniversary festival was incredibly hectic here. I was finally winding down from the craziness of the day when the commander stormed in here, utterly wasted. All of a sudden, he yelled at me to cook something that would sober him up, so I had to do some forced overtime. And because of that, I wasn't able to get around to any of the prep work I needed to do for today. Wow, he sounds pretty terrible. Ah, for sure. Guy swaggers around like he owns the place, but he doesn't do a lick of actual work. Sounds like he's the complete opposite of Deputy Commander Bales. Excuse me, would you know if he had the key on him while he was eating his meal? Beats me. Words. I only heard about it being lost when I woke up this morning, so I'm afraid I wasn't really paying attention. Is that so? There's no way of knowing whether he had the key here or not. What's everyone doing gathered around in the mess hall? Good timing, Beyond. These people are helping the CGF recover that key or whatever. Nice to meet you, or the SSS. This dude is really named Beyond? That is funny, I guess. Oh yeah, I heard about you all. Nice to meet you too. What a name. Hey Beyond, still the same military buff as always? How many times have they made the Beyond the Dawn joke with you? Afraid so, it's been a while, Randy. So, Beyond, did you end up finding the key? You know, the one the warrant officer told us about? After giving it a quick search, I could safely say that it isn't in the inn. I'm pretty sure the commander didn't bother heading there after his meal anyway. Sorry, but what do you mean by pretty sure? Weren't you at the inn last night? I imagine you would know whether he came in or not, right? I'd finished my work for the day by then, so I was actually taking a break on the roof when he got back. Wait, hold on. Did you remember something? Yeah, I passed by him as I was leaving the roof. And if I'm not wrong, I remember him spinning around something that looked like a keychain. That must have been the key you're all looking for. And that means it's extremely likely the commander had the key until he headed up for the roof after leaving the mess hall. It bothers me that he would act so nonchalant with something so important. I certainly agree, but at least we picked up a valuable statement. Good thing that memory of yours finally kicked in, huh? Better late than never, right? Ha ha ha. You've gotta be kidding me. Do you realize how much time I've wasted searching the mess hall because of you? Haha, sorry about that. Well, I think it's about time for me to head back to work. See you later, Stella. Beyond. He ran. Well, thanks to him, we finally got ourselves a solid lead. Thanks for all your help too, Stella. Randy's right, even though you only knew it was in the mess hall, that narrowed down our list of potential hiding places significantly. Ah, you're welcome. I'm not really sure how important this key is, but please find it, not just for the CGF's sake, but for the warrant officer morale's. We'll do our best, I promise. Now is our next destination the roof? It sure is, Teotot. Sure is. I think Randy's rubbing off on me. I just called her Teotot. Well, we made it to the roof. According to the warrant officer morale, the CGF commander sung his heart out up here. I imagine it took a while to climb the stairs while he was under the influence. Yes, but our biggest issue is that he doesn't remember where exactly the misplaced key is. If he were to lose it anywhere, this would be the place. Let's try searching for a while and see where that takes us. It's time to randomly press the X button, examining stuff in the rooftop. I found something. Wait, is that it? Oh, it's just a piece of wire. Where could this key have gone? Randomly pressing X. I think I see something. Is that a lid for a juice can? We should probably dispose of it. Do people, like, know how to throw their trash out? Or to recycle? Like, come on, don't litter. How hard is it to find a recycling bin or trash can? Respect the environment. Respect Zemuria. That tunnel leads to Erebonia, right? Yo, let's go to Erebonia right now. I dare you all to go to Erebonia right now. That's right. More specifically, the tunnel and the fortified mountain base up ahead both comprise Guerrilla Fortress. Ooh, Guerrilla Fortress is a big deal in Cold Steel. As the Empire's easternmost stronghold, it's used to keep Calvard in check. Seeing it this close, I cannot help but feel incredibly intimidated by the Empire. Hey, can't blame you for feeling that way, Teotot. After all, that mountain's hiding two of the Empire's scariest weapons. The railway guns. Oh, I know what those are. Railway guns. I feel like I've heard of them somewhere before. I'm sure you have. They're the pride and joy of the Imperial Army. They're ultimate weapons of mass destruction. Ooh, yeah! Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Baby, baby! Heard those bad boys fire 80 Rage shells. Or Rage? I don't know how you pronounce that. Interesting. So these are the battle weapons developed by the Reinford Group. 2 years ago, tensions between the Empire and the Republic have finally reached a breaking point. While both countries began to conduct large-scale military exercises, the wall over there opened, revealing their two enormous railway guns. Weapons which have the capacity to hit Crossbell City. If Erebonia were to unleash them, tragedy would be unavoidable. The Crossbell Times never once mentioned these while I was living in Calvard. I never knew things that were that unstable at the time. Well, as you could see, they've got their trump card stored away right now. We may owe the Liberlian Queen's non-aggression pact thanks for that. Definitely. I'd always heard that she was an admirable person, but I have a newfound respect for her now. Looks like we got sidetracked. We should continue our search for the key. I look forward to seeing how this links with Cold Steel, because the railway guns, I'm not going to spoil for people who haven't played Cold Steel, railway guns, Guerrilla Fortress are big deals in Cold Steel. Alright, where's the stupid key? You think the key's up on the roof? Dahlia and I searched the entire roof front and back, came up with zilch. Hey, we may have overlooked something. I hope you have better luck in the search than we did. Oh, last night the commander came up here and couldn't stop singing, loudly I may add. I was hoping to get some rest from our labors, but that didn't happen. Am I really just searching randomly and hoping to find the key? Randomly pressing X? What does this say? We stopped to look at the Empire's Guerrilla Fortress. We should get back to the search. Oh, what's that sparkle? Just a 10 mirror coin. Did the commander drop it while he was up here? I don't see it anywhere. At the very least, we know for a fact that the commander was up here. True, but we may have made a mistake to assume he dropped the key on the roof. If that were the case, the guardsman would have found it immediately. Considering what Mr. Croy told us earlier, we might need to change our perspective on this entire thing. It's only a possibility, but what if the key fell into a place we can't normally reach? Let's investigate every nook and cranny of this place one more time. They want me to go into like one of these or something, right? Maybe. Oh! I think I found it. Huh? Lloyd? What's the matter? I see it! How did it get there? Did he, like, throw it and it happened to land there? I mean, the commander was drunk. I totally would believe it. How the hell did it end up in a place like that? The commander was drunk, Randy. Given its true location, I'm not surprised that they were unable to find the key, no matter how much they scoured the gate. But now, let's let the warrant officer know. We should be able to reach it with a ladder. Hopefully they'll have one around here we can borrow. Imagine not having a ladder. Couldn't be me. Right, let's go find her. I think you were looking for this. It seriously ended up in a place like that? I never would have found it then. What probably happened is that your commander dropped it while he was singing on the roof. That aside, I'm just relieved that you were able to find it. Thanks to you, we can finally move the armored car someplace where the tourists won't stumble across it. I guess I'm in your debt this time, Randy. Don't worry about it. But if you really want to make things even, how about going on a date with me? It'd be a good time. I don't know what I was expecting. Idiots never change, do they? You said you'd do anything. I think I'm with Randy on this one. Just try one date. What's the worst that can happen? Well, thank you for everything, SSS. You're welcome. If you ever need anything from us, all you have to do is submit a support request. I'll keep it in mind. Now, if you'll excuse me. Case closed, huh? I suppose so. I wasn't sure we would find the key for a second there. If a stranger picked it up, I don't know what would have done. Considering where it was dropped, I'd say we got lucky. I'm inclined to agree. Incidents like this could be avoided if the commander was a bit more observant. He's always been an incompetent jackass who only thinks about himself, even back when I was stationed here. If we didn't find that key, Morale probably would have taken the heat for losing it. That man is hopeless. No denying that. Still, at least we know there are people like the deputy commander and the warrant officer doing honest work in the CGF. I feel sorry for the CGF people. I really do. I like to think that most of the guardsmen are following suit despite everything. Good point, Lloyd. Well, time to head out? Yeah, let's go. These CGF people are gonna need all the luck they can get. Alright, 2 quests down. I think we move on the story for a little because the others are long. And we do the monster quest after some story stuff. Hey, where's the stupid bus stop? Oh, Bellegarde's Gate should just have the bus stop. I really like Ellie's black ribbon on her hair. It's so nice. It's like not noticeable unless you're like roaming around and looking at her sprite. Back to Crossbell. Oh, it even plays in the SSS building. Let's go. Hey. Report. Take a look at those, Fran. Give me that 1500. Thanks for the reports, everyone. If you finish more support requests, please let me know. Again, we can hold on to these two for a while. Since they're both long. I also should go to the weapon shop because we're in a new chapter. I bet they have new weapons to buy. Also, while I do stuff in the shop, we can just keep bopping to this music. Have a lost Sepith. Exchange. 27,000. Look at that Mira. Lloyd. Thank you. Black Rain for Ellie. Cyclotron for Tio. Graham Chopper for Randy. Then some coats. Try to get everyone these coats. There's no optimized equipment in this game. I wish there was. I think that lowers my... That's only 2 strength. The defense buff is so much more major. It'll be fine. Strega E. I don't know what Greek letter that is. It's Lambda? Is it Lambda? I don't know, to be honest. Could give it to Randy. It'll lower my speed a bit, which I think is fine. For more defense. Alright. It should more or less be fine on equipment. It's Epsilon or Sigma? Yeah, I don't know Greek letters that well. I know them, but I don't recognize which one's which. Chat, just give me 1 second. I hear something downstairs. I need to go check something really quick. I'll be right back.